Shalom, shalom, y'all Sharala. Hebrew Israelites, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Once again, prophesying the downfall of Babylon the Great. First things first, head to the east. Give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rahakadash. Paleo Hebrew tongues, creating as the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. And shalom to sisters and brothers living the truth. And shalom to brothers and sisters listening and standing to themselves to prove. Shalom. Hey, I heard to talk today. Hey, the whole atmosphere, everything that's going on, war drums is beating. War drums are beating real hard right now. We got World War III is upon us, and then we also got war that's going to happen right here in Babylon the Great, because the government is going to turn on the people and create what they call martial law. They're going to create chaos so they can provide stability, and then interact. They set up their, the MOs and TVs. So, hey, we come to them and start us out with, this is Revelation 11:14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And see, that really applies to us in this day and age right now, because the third woe is upon us. World War III is just, it can happen any day now. All it would take is for one missile to hit a NATO country, and it's on and popping, man. They want to say, I think Poland is next to get that work from Russia, and hey, we heard. And when the war hit, it's going to hit like everybody going to get involved. Russia get involved, China going to get involved, India, South Africa, Iran, North Korea, everybody going to get involved. It's going to be a world war. And when the world war starts, guess what? Ain't nobody going to be trading amongst each other. Ain't going to be no foreign trade, or here goes some food, or I got, my little product is coming, here you go. No, man, it's going to be shut up shop. And so you're going to be left with whatever you got. And see, another thing what Babylon the Great going to do, when they declare war, world war, they fight everybody abroad, the next thing Babylon the Great going to do is going to fight their citizens. They know it's over with. They're going to pull the plug on America. So they're going to introduce that FEMA color list, and they're going to go door to door, rounding up, specifically Yasharala. And the ones that got the testimony of Yahweh Ba'ashem, they're going to really seek to attack us. And at that time, if your mind and your spirit ain't built for this war, you won't fold. Because said 2/3 ain't ready for this, man. They ain't even paying attention. They don't even know what's going on in World War. They don't even know what's going on overseas. They too busy turning up for the 4th of July. Oh, I'm about to turn up. I'm about to get drunk. All that. And look, that's another spiritual thing. It's the 4th of July, man. It's going to be all kind of banging, pow, pow. So Esau came in with war. Esau going to go out with war. That's why Yahweh Ba'ashem is bringing war. Because that's to destroy the hegemony of Esau and to get rid of his power structure. So that, hey, look forward to that. That's about to come. And I'm going to pull out. Y'all got some y'all to pull? I might go to the next one. I got one real quick. It's 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and 10. And it says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them in a mighty hand and stretch out my arm to smite Egypt with plague, as before it would destroy all the land thereof. And it says, verse 12, it says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plagues and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. All right, that's it. Ooh, you hear that? Hey, and you got to think about it. Babylon the Great represents ancient Egypt. This is the same place. That's why you read another scripture say it calls the place spiritually Egypt and spiritually Sodom. So just like he destroyed ancient Egypt back then, he about to destroy Babylon the Great the same way. And then like now we can see that destruction coming. Because you can see their enemies lining up. You can see Russia lining up. You can see China lining up. And then they're gonna make the beast, which is NATO, they're gonna turn around and line up too. They over there struggling to provide natural gas to their citizens. The other part that add up to it in verse 10, second is verse 10, he said, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. And that's going back into what I just mentioned earlier, is that Babylon the Great, while their city is getting destroyed, they're gonna try to destroy the nation of Israel. Okay, that's where the FEMA camps gonna come in at. All the Walmart they're shutting down, they're gonna turn those into concentration camps. Okay, so that's what it means right there. My people being led to the flock into the slaughter. I want to elaborate that on what you said right there on that point too. I can see what they're gonna do is see, and they go to the 2/3. The 2/3 don't know what's going on. So when all hell break loose, they're gonna go on the radio or come to this Walmart facility, come to this facility, you'll be safe. And hey, just like a pig going to the slaughter, the 2/3 jet gonna go right there and they're gonna shut the door like, oh yeah, we got about 2,000, 3,000, you know, go ahead and strap them up and then go ahead and torture.
Matter of fact, even elaborating even further, even the post office. So there's somewhere in the martial laws or whatever, the post office, they said that people can go to the post office. You already know the post office is already set up as a concentration camp. You look in those gates where those vehicles are, they got the barbed wires at the top. You know, all of that's pretty much another concentration camp as well too.
A big one too.
Yep.
You know, so they already got the camp set up. FEMA camps, detention centers, they already set up, ready to go. You know, and the only thing Beverly the Great is waiting on is when the enemies come in, the foreign troops, when Russia, when China invade, because they say Russia already setting up in South America right now. You know, they're gonna come in right through that open border, or disguised as migrants. You know, they're gonna be disguised as Northern tribe, they're gonna come out, super slock them, and you know, start cleaning up the National Guard. National Guard gonna get wiped out first. Them little kids ain't ready, man. You know,
they the weakest army, man. Like that, if you talk to your veteran, they'll tell you the National Guard is weak. They not well trained. Like I have stories with veterans. They told you that they got mad when they had to go train the National Guard because they don't know nothing. They don't know how to survive for themselves. So what makes you think they're gonna be able to guard a nation? That's what they're supposed to be doing.
Plus, they're children. I'll be looking. A lot of people sign up for the National Guard to get like college aid. Get a little what's that benefits and discounts. They ain't ready to shoot nobody. And then like it's wartime coming because they all getting called in right now. There's some that working my job, they getting called in. I seen a thing on Yehuda Maccabee's his page where Edomite was like his cousins that's in the military, they all getting called up, they about to get deployed. You know, then you got President Joe Biden already said they about to increase from 80,000 troops to like 300,000 troops and put them over there on NATO's border. Because they're getting ready to go to war, man. Who's about to come on with it? So wartime is hit. It's in. And if you a date in the military, you're going to your death, man. Straight up. Because the war is going to climax to going to war with your Howard shot. And you sure as hell ain't going to win that. So I got a precept while we talk about Russia and China, because that's that red horse. That red horse been given a great sword. Let me not get ahead of myself. I'm putting it on out. It's Revelation 6:4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. So look here, man, Russia, which they were, when the brothers went into it, goes in a ruckus, they're about to bring the noise, they're about to bring that ruckus, you know. They got China backing them up. China and Russia, both their militaries are red, man. Both their colors are red. That's that red horse. A horse goes symbolizes the power. So China and Russia getting together, that's power. That's more powerful than Babylon the Great. That's why they're over there shaking in their boots. And they really don't want to put no troops in Ukraine because really they scared of Russia. They're scared of China because their militaries are really strong. Because like here in the scripture it says, and was given to him a great sword. That sword bigger than Babylon the Great. You know, Russia got the most devastating nukes, the ICBM. They number one, China number two, Babylon is number three. And then look, they did an ICBM test in Iowa and that mud blew up. So they might be behind Iran, might be behind North Korea. So they're over there gearing their stuff up. Their stuff is new. Babylon the Great stuff is old. You know, your stuff set up all old, past expiration date. Hey, you ain't fired that stuff up since 1940. Hey, you fired up, that mother blew up. So now they're like, damn, we ain't got as much nukes as we thought. That's why, what's this say? The weak and sound strong. That's why they're like, hey, man, hey, this whole shit's perfect for the taking. She been smoking crack. You know, they're going to meth, fentanyl. Her pimp don't like her no more. She's vulnerable. Let's go get her. We're gonna ravish her, man. Fire up them rods, you know. And that's what they're about to do, man. It said, and the power was given to take peace from the earth. Russia is destroying all the peace that was here, you know, on the planet Earth, all the peacetime. Because Russia's about to kick off World War III. And then I heard they said in the article, like, man, who was that? NATO secretary. I can't remember his first name. His last name is Stoltenberg. You already know what nation he's from. Stoltenberg said that Russia's taking away all the peace from the earth, and we're scared. We're more scared than we've ever been in decades. So that was in the article, and the lesson I just did, the latest one I did on World War III. The peace get took. Then they talking about because of the war in Russia and Ukraine, that people are starving because Ukraine provides a lot of grain and wheat. to a lot of people. So, hey, man, that's that famous Yahweh promise right there. Then plus the war kick off. If China say no more trade, I ain't giving America nothing else, hey, it's going to be bad. America already destroyed 100 food processing plants. So if they don't get no more aid from China, hey, that famine going to be in full bloom. And that's what that's going to do. Then it's going to be war of the people. It's going to be food war. You know, Jimmy Ray, Billy Bob, you know, they ain't got nothing to eat. And they look at Jake over there like, oh, look, Ray Ray got, you know, packs of noodles, waters. Look, Ray Ray eating good. I'm going to do like my great-great-grandpa. I'm going to go over there and just pop little Ray Ray in the head and take it. You know, this is my country anyway. What they say, manifest destiny. They're going to put their little patriot gear on. This is America.
I'm surprised they might put on their grandfather's KKK mask.
They might put their hood on. Hey, they did that in Boston. They didn't put the hood on, but they put the white around their face. You know, symbolic. It ain't nothing but a new age KKK. You know how to put that. Y'all seen that group chat in Boston? I'm gonna do, Lord, when I do a lesson on that. They marched through Boston because Boston now has a Moabite, I want to say mayor or secretary, something like that. Her name is Michelle Yu, and they was mad about that. So that old hatred. That's why I'm telling Jake, if you over kicking with an Edomite, hang around an Edomite, hey man, you might get your death pretty soon, and ain't nobody gonna shed a tear for you. It's like the devil, he gonna show himself. Go ahead, I got a quick one right here to back you up right here. It's Zechariah chapter 13 and 7. Just like I said, man, Jake 2/3, they not ready for it. And matter of fact, the stuff that we saying, they're not gonna believe it. So this is Zechariah 13 and 7. It says, "Awake, O sword." Okay, who have the power of the sword? Okay, and it says, "Against my shepherds." That goes to Yahshua, your 2/3. And it says, "Against a man that is my fellow, says the Lord of hosts. Might the shepherd and the sheep shall be scattered, and I will turn my hand upon the little one." Okay, so the little one is Yahshua, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, the 2/3, the ones that don't want to take heed to the word, the Lord Yahweh Yahshua is going to wake up his sword against them. Okay, and who's going to bring their sword? The Mede, which is Russia. Okay, China. And then it's gonna trickle down to the KKK. Those Billy Bob, Billy Ray, right? And look, I like to say, smite the shepherd and the sheep shall scatter. So that shows they're gonna try to come after us, hopefully, like men. You know, which we ain't worried about it. You know, he said, touch not my anointing, do my prophets no harm. So we like, bring it on, Esau. So Esau's gonna try to scatter the sheep of Yahweh outside. That's not gonna work. Now, as far as like your nigga leaders, your little TIs.
NFAC.
Yeah, your little young thugger. They already got him locked up. Right. Yeah. What's they do? Grandmaster Jay or the NFC? Yeah. When they knocked them off, all them about to scatter, man. Straight up. And then they ain't gonna have nothing to look for because they ain't gonna have no hedge protection because they not the men of the Lord. Most I don't give a damn about them. You know, he wants them to get knocked off. Not look like them devils got aggravated. You know. And so hey, we're looking at there's war coming. And like I say, with our brother that piece right there, man, Esau gonna look to knock off. If he gonna try to knock off the leadership, he gonna look to scatter. What's that saying? Go divide and conquer. Esau looking to do that. So your little church leaders gonna get knocked off. You know, your little basketball stars.
Your church leaders, they help scatter the sheep, right? God. And I might as well go ahead and read this next precept, but we bring it out all the time in Zechariah 13 and 8. And it says, "And it shall come to pass." And it shall come to pass in the outer land, says the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, and the third shall be left therein. So in verse 7, we just explain that sword is basically what they're going to be cut off and die by. Okay, which is the pistol, the modern day sword is the gun, and so on and so forth.
Why Esau likes to swing that sword so much? No, that's his blessing right there. There goes Psalm 17 and 13. "Arise, O Lord, disappoint him. Cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." So Esau was set up to cut Jake's numbers down because he's known as the sword, you know. So and then they also call him the wicked. So we know they're talking about Esau right there. So if you're not in this house of David, if you don't have the covenant of Yahweh, most likely you're gonna get knocked off by Esau, by the sword, or you're gonna die in that famine that's coming. One of those two. Or a pestilence might hit your butt. Esau throwing pestilence out there like nobody been. They better prep that up too. I said, we're going to go into another medical lockdown. In that lockdown, they're going to go through this snatching people up. Then, if you stay 100 miles off the border or 100 miles from the international airport, the what's that they call that? The Border Patrol.
Right there.
Yeah, the Border Patrol have the right to go up in your house and take you from your crib or spoil your goods. They now have that right. They say like a national security type of thing. So that's on the books, and they're gonna implement that. And there's Jake over here thinking everything's all funky dory, you know, not paying attention, not getting in the truth. Don't have a curtain of your how about y'all shy, and like you're gonna get your judgment like I read out there Zechariah 13:8. Because the election have attained what they were looking for. We got the truth. So when all hell breaks loose, we're not gonna be running around what I do, the lights down. Oh, I got no water. We're not gonna panic, man. We already prepared for this. We anticipating it. We fortify our minds. We getting ready for war.
And remind me of that scripture where it said, "My sheep hear my voice," right there. That's what the hope elect gonna be doing. They're gonna be listening to the voice of the Lord. How about y'all shout? I got another one right here. This you know, a lot of you know, the 2/3 also think that Yahweh Shai is gonna come back and bring peace as well too. So I'm gonna bring out this is Matthew. Yep, Matthew chapter 10 and 34. And he said, "Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword." Okay, and that sword is where Yahweh Shai is gonna come and bring war as well too. Okay, and he said in verse 35, he said, "For I come to set a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law." And it says, "And a man's foe shall be they of his own household." Okay.
So with that, that's all I want right there. You're gonna see family members fighting each other, friends fighting each other, you know, and they're gonna do it because of what? Lack of bread and great tribulation. If you're going to the perilous times, you're going to the evil days, the dark times, when the lights go off. If your family ain't got a strong head and ain't fortified and the spirit of the Lord ain't there, you know, it's gonna be all out chaos, man. Little Ray gonna be like, shit, I can take our little tata and save on some noodles, you know.
Right.
Or, you know what I'm saying? I go over here and knock off a little dishisha, and you know what I'm saying? That's one less mouth to feed. You know, he ain't gonna look to have faith when y'all about yourself like y'all about yourself gonna feed me. You know, he ain't gonna be solidified and grounded in no faith. He gonna think of carnal means. You know, then like say if you already get into it with your old lady or the man getting into it with her dude, you know, when the shit get bad, he gonna man, I'm gonna off this chick. You know, ain't no 911. You know, like you said earlier, you started camp. You got mothers already stabbing their daughters in the heart. So imagine when ain't no food. You got one out.
Yeah, this is Ecclesiastes 3:8. It says, "A time of love, a time of hate, a time of war, and a time of peace." And we're clearly in a time of hate and a time of war, man. Just like the brother just read, hey, the foes are gonna be those of your own household, and if you escape that, you're gonna have to run straight into Esau either. You escape that, hey man, you got foreign troops gonna be knocking at your door after a while. So
I just say, even if you escape that, you're gonna have to worry about the damn animal too.
It reminds me of Amos 5, I believe, where it says it's gonna be like you escaped from a bear and the lion met you. And you escaped from the lion and you went into the house to lean on the wild for rest and the serpent bit you. It's gonna be all out hell and all out war coming up on this place, America, Babylon the Great, and the world.
They call it Chase Road. No, you ain't gonna have no peace and no safety. It's gonna be dangerous and death at every turn. No, matter of fact, let's see what I got. I got something. Bring that up. It's gonna be all out chaos. That's what Jacob trouble is. It's chaos. You know, everywhere you look, everywhere you turn, and your mind has to be ready for this. That's why this edification goes to building up. It's building us up and getting us ready for war. Because the Lord is a man of war. He's a warrior. He's making us warriors. You know, you brothers and sisters that's watching this and getting edified. You're getting your mind built up. So when it happens, you know, you're like, okay, I was briefed on this, and you can, you know, you have some stability. You know, that you still gonna have, you know, you still gonna have to be on your toes and be circumspect, but you just have stability to where you know and you know what's happening. You know, you ain't gonna run when you see a chariot outside. You know.
This is Ephesians 6:11. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil, man. You got to put on that whole armor, man. So that's what the brother was talking about. If you were part of the whole full of leg, hey, you was building yourself up. You was putting on that helmet. You was building yourself up. You was putting on that breastplate. You was building yourself up. You was putting on them armbands. You was building yourself up. You was girding up your loins, man. So you got it out.
I want to elaborate even further because he said you'll be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. The wiles goes into the strategy. Okay, so when Esau even put those snares and traps, you be able to avoid those snares and traps that Esau put up. And another thing is, Yahushua said, I will bring plagues upon the whole world. Okay, one of those plagues is the plague of the mind. A lot of 2/3 is gonna get plagued with their mindset, like just like the Oscar said, they're gonna knock off the plague, their own family member. They gonna think that their main mind plan that they're gonna be thinking of, okay, if I kill him off, that's one less mouth to feed. That's how they thinking when it's time to get ready to come.
They're gonna lean on their own understanding. They're not gonna lean on the understanding of how about Yahushua. So then therefore they don't have faith. Without faith, you ain't got no hope. So when the Babylon the Great go down, they're gonna be hopeless. They're gonna do whatever comes to their mind. That's what I say. This ain't a good time. Separate from a 2/3, man. You do not want to be around a 2/3 this time, because they're gonna get real carnal. They're gonna turn into like beasts on the field, like a dog.
You go even further because how about Yahushua said it was just like y'all said that we may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. The wiles of the devil also bring out demons. Okay, 2/3 are considered weaker vessels, and the demons actually attack people that's weak. So they trying to get inside those weak people so they can make war on us. Because the king won't make war on earth.
And the demons, like I said, the demons gonna come out of people, man. Everything been suppressed, but you got what? Bread and circus, entertainment. Once that get taken away, and the whole atmosphere is survival, man. Whatever demons these people working with, they gonna display them, man. That's why you gonna see dudes that's game, they're gonna ravish women. Like I did a lesson on that. Eve got ravished, she ran up in Ray Ray's, the lights go out, and she got taken advantage of. And the Lord been saying that's gonna happen. Been telling you to be holy and separate yourself from these 2/3 if you can. Because you don't want to be around them when situations get bad, because those are not solid men. They're not solid like I said earlier, they got demons in them. When the opportunity presents itself, they're gonna act out on them demons. And Esau is a goddamn demon. Esau is the wicked. Like I said, like brought out. He's the devil. So when this situation hit, he gonna look on who he can devour. Bet you see a little Eve looking good, there's a gang of them, man, they gonna just snatch her up and take her. Or little kids. Esau, he's wicked, man. He like little kids. They're gonna be taking people, eating them. Esau do cannibalism, drink blood. They some real life vampires. It ain't just no movie stuff. Esau get down like that.
They also make you think of this precept when you said that. Because it's Proverbs chapter 25 and 28. It said, he that have no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down without walls. And that's going into, somebody that have no self-control, nobody that have no restraint. So whenever all hell goes loose, that means those demons are going to come in to them. And then he basically that city that's broken down without walls. Okay? Anybody going to take advantage of that person. Okay? So that's the point right there. So there's going to be a lot of individuals that's going to be like cities broken down without walls. They ain't going to have no rule over their spirit.
Like you brought that spiritual right there, man. They a weak wall, man. And see these little Keishas, little hood chicks gonna start seeing it the hard way. I thought he was gangster. I thought he was solid. I thought he was a real nigga. When this happened, you gonna understand that a real nigga ain't nothing good. A real nigga gonna turn into a nigga. And a nigga, ain't nothing possible about a nigga. A nigga got demons in him. And he gonna act out on that. He gonna knock you off to deserve some food. Or might sell you. Might barter your butt. To Esau. Like, y'all got food, man. I got this chick, man. Y'all can have it.
That's all kinds of movies about that little situation, man. Yeah. In fact, the elder Malcolm did a lesson on the movie about that, man. This one Edomite was walking around with this female, and every time he had to go into a checkpoint, he basically passed her out. And they take her in the tent. That's stuff that they was doing.
That's gonna happen, man. That's gonna happen when this time hit off, man. The dudes ain't solid. Like I said, they not ready for war. Little Pookie and little Ray Rays ain't ready for no war, man. These dudes, man, they just take a covering of Babylon the Great, man. They do everything. That's why they only attack Jake, because they know Esau ain't gonna investigate that. They don't try to kill another Edomite. They ain't trying to go to jail like that. They gonna kill, little flight from little 5'7", because Esau ain't gonna investigate that. Then he gets little points from these little rats. But these 2/3 Jakes ain't ready. This is your average dude anyway. I said you got women scrambling for men. If you ain't a man of the Lord, he gonna get ran through. Most High gonna provide protection for the whole three-legged man, and that man only. Because what he got in him, he got the living waters. He got the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shah. Therefore, he has value. Any other man ain't got no value. That little Federal Reserve note ain't gonna mean nothing when the dollar crash. Which people gonna bug out when the dollar crash. Gonna be wars on that. When the dollar crash, then Jake, he ain't gonna know what to do. He had 3,000 pounds of money just gone. So he gonna just look to knock niggas off. So I'm gonna pull this, because hey, that's one thing that's gonna mess Jake up when they see all these dead bodies in the street. And all these dead bodies everywhere, man. This Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great cities, which spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. So like the scripture said, it's gonna be dead bodies laid out everywhere, man. These military troops gonna pull people out. Hey, if you don't take this, take that mandate, blah, blah, blah. Leave that, go to the next. So you might get cast out your home. You might have to go rummaging for some supplies, and you can go see dead bodies all over the place, everywhere, from either skirmishes from the military, people on people, violence, and just anything, man. You're gonna hear women hollering at night, children crying. It's gonna be hell on earth when Jacob's trouble pop off. And it said, which spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Man, the way the Lord overthrew Egypt, hey, He's gonna do something about the great. It's gonna be even more spectacular. It's gonna go out with more of explosions. Like back then, they had ancient weapons. Maybe gunpowder. Little arrows, swords. Now hey, we got missiles. Radio frequency weapons, high frequency weapons. Everybody got guns. People have machetes. People know how to make pipe bombs. You're gonna hear pipe bombs going on. Molotov cocktails. It's gonna be more. Everything's gonna be more crazy, man. It's gonna be this craziness out of this. Like, man, your mind got to be right for this, y'all. They got to be right. That's why they look at us, man, the Lord, like, man, you acting emotionally, you acting heartless. No, man, the Most High numbed me up for what's to come. That's what He's doing. That way, I don't bug out because I see a couple dead bodies. I'll be walking down like it's a walk in the park because I knew it was coming. But there's one fit say 10,000 in my right hand, 5,000 in my left. We're gonna be solidified. We're gonna walk through this thing like, hey, we got a goal in mind. We enduring to the end. We looking for the kingdom of Yahweh Shah. 2/3 ain't got that to fall back on. Esau, he ain't got nothing to fall back on. He going into slavery. So Esau, he gonna go out hard. Esau gonna look to get a high number of Jacob when it's time for him to do his thing.
I got to put it right here to back you up. This is Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 14. And it said, wherefore hear the word of the Lord, Yahweh, ye scornful man that ruled his people which is Jerusalem. Okay, those are 2/3, the plantation Christian pastors. All right, and it said, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death. Okay, and how you make a covenant with death without making a covenant with Esau either, because he represents death. Okay, just like I brought out, he said, that red horse is gonna take peace from the earth. Okay, and it said, and with hell and are all like he said, and with hell and we are at agreement with the overflowing scorn shall pass through, it shall not come unto us, for we have made lies our refuge. Okay, and that's what he's talking about. The pastor they're telling you lies. Okay, they basically helping scatter in the sheep. And he said, under falsehood, we had hid ourselves. Okay. And he said, under falsehood, we had hid ourselves. And he said, therefore, thus says the Lord, Yahweh power, behold, I will lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, and a sure foundation. He that believeth shall not make haste. Okay, and that's pretty much back up what I just brought out right there. All right, but we're not gonna be, bugging out in those times when we see those dead bodies.
We're gonna be laying on that strong rock that we're talking about, that strong foundation. What's that Yahweh Shah? We know Yahweh Shah got our back. That's one thing that separates us from the average man that's 2/3 out there, man. We know Yahweh Shah is for us. Yahweh Shah is dealing with us. That's how we able to go through these scriptures like that. This is the spirit of Yahweh Shah. So we going through, we're gonna be like Yahweh Shah, he gonna come get us any minute. We waiting on something. Like Jacob's waiting on the bus, we're gonna be waiting on Yahweh Shah. Therefore, we're gonna have a sound mind. We're gonna be like, oh, I gotta do this. I gotta stack up. I gotta doomsday prep. No, man, we got a savior coming. We got a spiritual savior coming. And that right there is a grand cane of a difference between your average 2/3 nigga and a hopefully leg man right there. Yahweh Shah like that, man. He gonna show miracles and wonders in this time. Show his power. He gonna show himself to the people, man. How he gonna show himself to the people? by through his men. He gonna show it to his men like, man, look, bro, let me show you the protection I give him. Watch what I'm telling you what he gonna do. Watch what abilities I give this man. And then with that, we're gonna be able to protect whoever's around us at that time when all hell breaks loose.
And then once you be able to see all of that, y'all about to get out shot. All you gotta do is believe me.
God, he said, I'll make a man more precious than fine gold. That scripture's gonna go in a major way in the time to come. But then you're gonna know whose gold is and who ain't. You know, only certain women can see that now. But hey, how about Shashai is getting these women in the order. He getting us in order, he getting the women in order. Everybody's starting to see who really got it. Everybody's starting to see where the truth is at. Like, Yashral is waking up. You got a lot of Israelites like, hold up, man, we the chosen people. They ain't probably got the correct doctrine, but they still, you know, they on their way to awakening. The awakening is happening. You know, you got some certain Israelites like, man, hold up. You know, I think we the people of this book. You know, I need to get on, you know, I need to get on board and get right. It's starting to renew their minds. You know, he's starting to set us in order. And that's what Esau is in great fear about. That's why all the hell is coming out. But Esau know he at the end. He got a better short time. Like, damn, Jake waking up. Y'all try to waking up. There's more of them. I'm hearing y'all how about you shout more. Hey, man, bring this. Hey, cut this off. You know, at the same time, they got foreign troops from overseas about to come on their neck, too. So Esau in a big-time trick bag, man. He got enemies foreign and abroad. He got enemies within. Esau got a big L coming. Ain't no way for him to get out of it. You know? And I'm going to bring this right here. Since we're talking about NATO and the enemies that's abroad, this is Revelation 17 and 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings one hour with the beast. So NATO gonna get scrambled up. NATO gonna get knocked off, invaded, and then in that time, we have 10 kings that the Most High gonna set up, and they're gonna talk with the beast, and they're gonna, you know, have their power with the beast, and they're gonna do what they need to do. And what they're gonna do, they're gonna say, you know what? This damn whore that's been riding us, she's the reason why we all messed up. Let's go attack that whore. You know? And after they attack the whore, I'm gonna keep on reading. It says, this is Revelation 17:13. These have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. You know, which goes to NATO. And then it's Revelation 17 and 14. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is the Lord of Lords, King of Kings. And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. So after they bang with each other, they're gonna bang with Yahushua. And Yahushua gonna give everybody the business. You know, hey, he gonna show who really run it. It's gonna take him 1 hour to knock everybody off. And he said, also those that are called and chosen. So not only Yahushua gonna bang against, you know, all these heathen kingdoms, hey, the 144,000 gonna bang against them too. And the whole elect man gonna bang against them.
Jeremiah 50 and 20, it goes back to what? It says, thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee will I bring, with thee I will break to pieces the nations, and with thee I will destroy kingdoms.
Woo, you hear that? Hey, that's perfect. Perfect that back it up. So we're gonna be made battle axes, man. That's what said those are called and chosen and faithful. So we basically waiting on the Lord to get that spiritual power. We get that spiritual power. He said we're gonna do what? Break the nations, man. We're gonna have them like you're gonna see like Superman type of stuff. You're gonna think you're in a movie if you make it to that point to see the type of things that the men of the Lord are gonna be doing. And that goes with Psalms 2 and 8. You know, give you the heathen for inheritance. We should bash them like a potter's vessel. Man, y'all about your times, men of the Lord gonna get down, man. That's when the real war really gonna kick in. And we're gonna turn the tide. Because then when y'all shall kick in and the men of the Lord kick in, everything gonna go back to our way. Everything gonna tip in our favor. And that's what's gonna establish the kingdom of heaven. And that's why all this war is getting broke up for. War is coming up, it's bubbling up. Go to war with us, who's faithful and chosen. That one that rides that white horse. I want to say.
Earlier, it said that the beast is going to turn on the horse. And this is Isaiah 19 and 2. It says, I will stir up Egyptians against Egyptians, brothers will fight against brothers, and nations against and neighbors against neighbors, and kingdoms against kingdoms. Man. That's them Esau on this side versus Esau on that side. That's pretty much what it is. NATO is just a bunch of Edomites and shit just clicked up together with a few other nations, man. A few other heathen nations. We got it out.
God, NATO, that's Esau. Russia, that's Esau. They're gonna click up, they're gonna fight over here in Babylon Strait. That's Esau. So when they say Egyptian, who's the modern day Egyptian? The modern day Egyptian is Esau, man, your so-called white man. How you doing? Hey, they're going to bang against each other. They're going to go to war. And that's about to happen soon. That's going to bust up their whole power structure.
Y'all have to go there. We're going to back both of y'all up. This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 10. It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hook into spears. It said, let the weak say, I am strong. It said, assemble yourselves and come all ye heathen and gather yourselves together around about to call thy mighty one to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge the heathen round about.
You hear that? Come to the valley of Jehoshaphat. That's over there in the Middle East area. So that's why the Euphrates River.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's what the Lord doing now. He's gathering up all these nations together in the east right now. That's pretty much a fulfillment of this prophecy right here in Joel 3 and 8 down. What the brother just brought out, and that's the spirit. I was about to bring that out. I was about to pull that.
So like I say, the Euphrates River's drying up, the Tigris River's drying up. Why is that river drying up? The river's drying up so all them armies gather and they can fight each other. And they all gonna fight each other. And as they fighting each other, guess who's gonna show up? Yahushua gonna show up. Then they gonna say, oh, alien invasion. We gotta come together. We gotta fight this foreign power. And man, Yahushua gonna whoop everybody, man. He gonna show them who really running. Man, the chariots gonna get busy. It's gonna be like somebody Independence Day when this thing pop off.
And that's the spirit. I was just thinking, you said all the rivers is dried up. I think, this is speculating that during that time, while they fighting in the midst of all those dry rivers, soon as Yahushua come back, that's when he's gonna bring all that water back.
Yep, what's that? Ancient Egypt. Yep. They was doing Exodus. Yep. They got washed away. They said he might get rid of them like that. Just one fell move, boom, they out the way.
Because he said in 1 hour they're gonna be destroyed. Lose the stand praise.
That's gonna be easy work, And that's why, like I said, man, all these NATO clicking up, Russia clicking up, man. You got a lot of everybody. The battle line's been drawn. All these nations coming together, shaking hands, making alliances. They getting ready for war, man. Everybody deploying troops. Everybody getting firing off their missiles, testing their missiles. They ain't doing that for no reason. They doing war drills. They getting ready to bang, man, in the water, in the air, and on the ground.
NATO just gained Sweden and Finland. That's right on the western coastal border of Russia. And then down below that is Ukraine. So NATO over here sending 300,000 troops, and that's why Putin is over there. He over there getting pissed, and he already said he's about to push the button with some nuclear shit if they did that type of thing. So the war drums is beating. You gotta know.
Yeah, and they did it. They did it like, I don't care what you say. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna click in anyway. So I said we was waiting any day now for a missile to hit, man. And once that missile hit, it's gonna be breaking news. Everybody gonna talk about it, and then Creepy Joe gonna have no choice but to go to war, man. And if you're in the military, hey, you going straight up. They gonna put that gun in your chest, put you on that plane, and you going straight to Europe, overseas, or the Middle East. You going somewhere over there to the end of the earth, and you about to fight.
Even though Miss Independent don't have a gun in her hand.
Yeah,
somebody's gonna be like, go get Keisha and get her ready.
It's gonna be crying. Y'all seen when we seen one Keisha crying in the military. She's like, I didn't think I was going to war, y'all. I just signed up to go to cover. I wasn't thinking about y'all get to go home. I don't get to go home. Like, hell, you should have signed up with your dumb ass. You thought that was. You just wear a uniform and think you cute. They showed her uniform twerking. So she thought it was a game. That's what I said, 2/3 they think everything a game. You signed up for the military, you signed your life over to Esau. If Esau gonna send you over there, he gonna send you over there. She over there crying. Y'all get to go home. I don't get to go home. And for nobody told you to sign up for the military.
Company with that.
And they've been saying it forever since the 90s. A black man got no place to be in a white man's army. I've been hearing that when I was coming up.
That's in the 70s.
But they just said it's the 70s. I'm just saying the 90s I was hearing that coming up. As I coming up the 90s, I'm like,
that was when my pops was in the army. He was saying, that's what they used to say back then.
Yeah, so come on, man. So you know that you going to war, man. And then like any Jake, they're setting up under any Edomite. They got an Edomite boyfriend, an Edomite girlfriend. When all hell break loose and the Edomite show you what it is, ain't nobody gonna show no sympathy for you.
Edomite gonna choose their side. Like that was the thing was.
Exactly, man. Especially like say Eve, she got her Edomite think she winning. Man, wait till this thing kick off, man. They gonna call up Jerry and Jimmy, and they might ravish her and hang on the back. Ain't no more police.
Because the Edomite, it's on the possibility that Edomite do try to protect her. What about the other Edomite that don't kill his dad and then take her?
And no, he saw he a coward. He's scared. Yeah. He was like, shit, Keisha, you gotta go, Keisha.
Right.
they said it. I gotta live. I got children. You know, you gotta give her an excuse why she gotta go. And it's like that video we watched when we started camp, but that one Eve saying that. Now he's like, now they're starting to realize who's really gonna protect them, who really got their back. What man really resonates with them, what man really understands them, who they were made for. Now Eve's starting to understand that. Like, oh hell no, I can't deal with this motherfucker is the damn devil. You know? I watched the video way back a couple years where a chick was like, you probably seen it too, Kadar, where Eve was like, man, I finally seen it, man. He was the devil. She had a Edomite dude. And she was like, you probably you met it too by y'all. She was like, when I seen him, man, he was just so soulless. And he kicked me out. And I just seen the devil. Like, yeah, hell for now you see. So, hey, that's about to go down. I don't feel sorry for any about people that joined unto them, man. You got little Edomite neighbors you all cool with. When the food get low, hey, man, he coming right over there, tap, 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 like Call of Duty, and take your stuff. You know?
You got to think about it. In this time, the money ain't gonna mean nothing. So that's why the scripture says, "Riches profit not in the deal rap." Your petrol dollars, it ain't gonna mean nothing. So what people gonna be going to war for is the food, where you got gas, light, water. That's what's gonna be the commodities when it comes to this time. In fact, I got a quick scripture to bring out. It's 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 17. And it says, woe is me, who would deliver me in those days? Okay, this is Ezra talking about who's gonna deliver in those days. And how about Yahweh is gonna deliver us out of it. Okay, in verse 18, and it said, the beginning of sorrow in great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of war, and the powers shall stand in fear, in the beginning of evil. What shall I do when this evil shall come? Okay, and what shall you do? If you call on Yahweh, you gear up, put on the whole armor of truth. Okay, put on the whole armor of the Most High, just like the Ark of God you brought out earlier. That's what we're supposed to do. That's the reason why we are here. Okay, we searching for the whole roulette to come back to this fold. Yeah.
Boy, this had to go up. Kind of go. I brought out too. Brought out earlier, going to Joel chapter 3. Autumn is gathering up. Check it out. This is Revelation 19 and 19. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth, and the armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. And who is that they make the war against that sat on that horse? That's talking about Yahweh. But he comes on that white horse. White goes into purity. That's why Esau want to call himself white. He want to present to the world like he's pure or something. But really, Negro, you pinkish red. You the red man. Your ass is wicked. Ain't nothing pure about you.
The first individual that ever committed identity crime.
Yeah, straight wickedness all on you and your glory, So that right there shows you that like all these the militaries, these heathen military, they gathered to fight against Yahweh, man. They're gonna try to fight against him, and they all gonna lose. They all gonna get thrown down. That's why, hey, and when these heathens get thrown down, they ain't gonna have no more weapons. None of that weapons. They're gonna go into perpetual slavery to us. They were born to be the slave labor to Yahshua. When I really look at the big picture of it, Akil, and the whole reason why, certain nations are born, the heathen nations are born to serve us. They're going to serve us in the kingdom. That's the labor force. And you're going to split it up depending on, their nationality. You might have, Ham might be able to walk in the palace and be like a little butler and be in the house, but Esau going to be tied up in the back like a dog. They're going to be on the lowest level, You might have a little Moabite be a little taskmaster, walk around, give you a little massage. They already do that anyway, Yeah. Might have Ishmael out there building stuff. He's working on stuff. They good architects, and Esau out there doing the hard, getting whipped and doing the dirt grunt work of the work. That's why they were born. The nation was born to serve us, and they're gonna serve us.
The man, Esau gonna be bringing out the material for the other heathens.
Yeah, he's gonna be on a little dog house, little pig pen. That's what I'm gonna have for mine. you know, and breed them like they're gonna be hey, like cavemen, they're gonna be dirty, nasty. Hey man, your Edomite show do stink, man. Take them way back yonder. You know? So hey, that's why them nations is born. They're gonna serve us in the kingdom. And then when they get knocked down like that, they're not gonna have no more weapons. You ain't gonna see no Ishmael making some ICBM.
Scripture. This is Isaiah 2 and 4. It says he will judge between the nations and will settle disputes for many people. It says they will beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nations will not take up swords against nations, nor will they train for war anymore. So, hey, the Lord's gonna have us judging over many people, many nations. We're gonna be rulers over them, like the brother said, and we're gonna make them beat their swords into plowshares and pruning hooks. That means they're gonna be in the fields sowing our crops and shit like that. There's gonna be a total role reversal from the slavery days that they put into us. You know, did to us, got it out.
You can elaborate on that point even further. That also proved that those the ones that's over there not laying out are the phonies, because it says we would learn to know war anymore. Okay, so we're in war right now, so that lets you know that Yasserala is not in his rightful place. Matter of fact, I got another quick one right here. They're gonna go into it. This is Luke chapter 12 and 32. It says, "Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom." Okay, and that's the point right there. It is basically Yahweh Shah made the world for our sake. That's why that's what the Yasserala was going into.
I like it, man. That was spiritual, man. I put that precept at the back of where I said beautiful. So this ain't not what I say. This ain't my saying. This is the saying of Yahweh Shah. He said that's how it's gonna be. And while we doing is conveying scriptures to the sheep. And I brought that out. That's how it's gonna be, man. They not gonna have no more weapons. These heathen nations gonna serve us. That's why they're about to go to war now. Because all the war instruments about to get used now. That I brought in the scripture. When we start beating these nations down, get them out of subjection, they're gonna be doing agriculture, farming. Then like the world's gonna be at peace at that time. Because Yahshua gonna be in power. We're gonna rule in righteousness. Ain't gonna be no need to have ICBM and have GMO food and poison chemicals and all that, because Esau ain't gonna be ruling no more. Because Esau don't know how to rule because he's a fool. You know, he's a violent man. And all he does is think of mischief and wickedness and how he can gain some money or, you know, get over somebody. We don't think like that. So that right there shows, hey, man, they're gonna like the heathens gonna like it. All people that's really gonna really hate it is Esau. But Ishmael, they're gonna be cool with that. Moab gonna be cool with that. You know, Ham gonna be cool with that.
Matter of fact, you think about it, because that's why Esau is the border of wickedness. That's his lot. That's where he is. He's wicked. He's pure wicked. You know, that's why he's the border of wickedness. He can't pass that border and go over to righteousness. All right.
He's the basis of all men. And he's gonna go to his level. We're supposed to be the base at the bottom. So everybody gonna look at Esau, point and laugh and scorn at them like, yes, I'm glad your ass is in slavery. Good job, Yasserala. Are y'all gonna whip them some more? You know, because like right now, everybody love Esau. When they flip and go right side up, everybody gonna hate Esau. We gonna hate Esau, and all the others gonna hate Esau too. And it's gonna be a bad thing to be an Edomite. Just like they try to make it now, it's a bad thing to be a Jacob. When the kingdom comes, it's gonna be a bad thing to be an Edomite. Everybody gonna be that. It's gonna probably have public floggings. You know, go through and just be whipping them. You know, it's gonna have little carnivals. You know, you pay, you know, little gold shekels, throw some little stuff at them, whip their back. You know,
what they did to our black babies, man.
Yeah, they dodgeball. Yeah, God. It's gonna flip, it's gonna reverse, and it's gonna be, hey, knock the Edomite teeth out. Wow, you know, the metal iron ball.
I was also thinking, like when I was elaborating on your point, when you said we're gonna rule the world in righteousness. That's like pure peace, like straight peace, to the point where like even an animal is not even gonna be attacking people. Like that's the peace that we're talking about. Right now we don't have it because Esau is ruling.
The vibration is messed up on the planet Earth. The harmony, everything is off. All nature is off. Everybody, you got trees dying at the wrong season. The coral reef is bleaching up. Oh, you showed, I might do a lesson on that. That one you showed with the two fish tanks.
Yep.
And one had no oysters in it. It was all dirty and messed up. The other tank had oysters in it. It was all clean and pure. I said Esau eat up all the, he go against the law.
How about now? Try to say he's gonna destroy them, with destroy the earth.
And he does.
And he's destroying the earth by picking up all the animals that's supposed to clean the earth. Okay.
So that's what we welcome war. War to take Esau out of power, and everybody's gonna be happy when Esau's out of power and goes to his rightful place, which is at the bottom, which is the base man. That's why war is coming. We're not ducking and dodging and hiding. Like, I hope they get a peace deal. I hope somebody knock Putin off. I don't want war. We want war. We want war to happen. We want World War III to pop off. We ready for this war. That right there makes a difference in your Putin Ray. Yo, two-thirds want peace. They want to stay in Babylon the Great in the prison.
And it's like, I ain't gonna say it mind boggles me, but it's just like the 2/3 they out here, they do all kinds of wickedness every single day. But when it comes to the World War III, they don't want it to happen. Like, what is that thing, man? And it shows you how hypocritical the 2/3 are. They'll pop off and do war against their own people. When it comes to their country, you know, Babylon the Great, they don't want that to happen. They don't want to see the fall of Babylon the Great.
They dumb. They want to stay in prison. They don't even know what's going on. Like, they've been programmed to think I'm supposed to kill my own, push the drug, and go rap about it, make a freestyle, right? And then go hit a little Keisha. That's life for a 2/3 right there. You know, and that's all they know. And so with this big war coming, that's gonna ruin their stability. Because they get their stability from Babylon the Great. So with this big war coming, that's gonna take away their peace and comfort. They're not ready for that, man. We show they ain't really bad like that. Like I said, they're only good at killing another day. When it's time to put in war against a big enemy, you know, a giant like Esau, he gonna cower up because he's just like his master. 2/3 Jacob is like a minion for Esau. He's the same, coming the same spirit. He ain't really got it like that. He ain't brave. You know, you don't take bravery to get a gun and go shoot another Jake. And most times they shoot another Jake, they try to, what they say, catch him slipping. They wait till his back is turned. All right, he with his family. Then they get it. They don't go head up.
What's that nigga's name? NBA Young Boy, what they call this song? Right Foot Creep.
Yeah, they creep.
Yeah,
they creep up on them, man. They don't just go head up and go shot for shot. They looking, he do like Esau. He sneak, man. But all them about to be done away with, man. That's all the power and glory behind y'all shock. I'm tired of 2/3. I'm tired of Esau.
And that coming that spirit of the serpent right there, man. Because the serpent, what the actual serpent does? No, they ain't gonna come to you head up.
Creeping that grass, man. Gradualism. Slowly creep up on you. You wait till you get a striking distance.
Right.
Then he comes with the quick. They say he go quietly and slow. That's how Esau, yup. They don't do nothing outright. I know that Esau got more and more knowledge about how to deal with our people. They racist, they went undercover. They used to be out with it in the 40s and 50s. They seen us coming together with their Black Panthers, like, oh shit, making them stronger. They coming together. Okay, let's act like we with them, act like they cool, and we're gonna do it on the underdog. And that way we do it good. Then we get in all their businesses, run their business deals. We can upstart authority. They come in our little, gatherings. I say do it like this. Throw a little monkey wrench in your engine. Turn each other gay. Hey man, little Ray Ray's rims bigger than little John John. I think you should be the head dude. And then right there, hey, what that? So discord among brethren. That's what Esau do. One of his little evil tactics. So there you go, man. That's why they deal carefully with them. They did like Pharaoh. Pharaoh said we should deal carefully with these people because they're more mighty than us. That's the same thing that Esau did. And now Esau, hey, they about to go at each other's head because of a lack of bread and lack of resources supplies. They said we've been killing Jacob this time. Now I want to kill each other. And that's what's on the play right now. They got talking about black on black crime. Oh, they're killing each other. Okay, so what's about to be World War III about to be? Same thing. Why? And then like they do that on the neighborhood status. That's low level stuff. When Esau do it, hey man, hey, that's blowing stuff up. Hey, everybody suffer when Esau crime go. Esau drop bombs.
Think about that bombing back in the day with that church where they blew up the 7 little girls. They blew up their church back in the day. This is when Malcolm X and Martin Luther King was all on the thing.
They bomb churches here, right where we standing at. They bomb these churches.
It's no excuse for you to be still trusting in Esau because they have a history, they have a track record of all the wickedness that they've done. You can pull up any little man, go 10 years back, Esau did some wicked. Another 10 years, it don't matter. Every decade, Esau did something that was wicked.
Every year.
Yeah, basically every year, kind.
They do wickedness every day. They can't go to sleep without doing some wickedness.
Right. but y'all want to trust in oppression.
That shows they foolish, man. That's why he called y'all on them silent. Check, I'm gonna bring this out. This is Psalms 9:3. When my enemies are turned back, they shall fall and perish at thy presence. That's about to go into play. That's future prophecy, man. When we get that power from Yahweh, enemies gonna turn back. They're gonna fall, they're gonna perish. I'm at number 4. But thou hast maintained my rights and my cause. Thou sattest in the throne, judging right. Let goes for all this fight for righteousness, man. They're saying right there, we maintain the righteousness, we maintain the law of commandments best our ability. We maintain the doctrine. You know, we did the work. We endure to the end. Lord, when we do that, and then number 5, thou hast rebuked the heathen, thou hast destroyed the wicked, thou hast put out their name forever and ever. And that through the power of Yahweh, we're gonna be able to carry that out. But we already rebuking them now. You're telling Esau where you wrong at. You're telling Moab where you wrong at. You're telling Ishmael where you wrong at. You're telling Ham where you wrong at. We're rebuking him. We're telling them we the people of the Most High. And the minute we all shall turn back, hey, we about to crack your heads. You know? And then we're gonna put their name out there. They're not gonna be ruling nothing. They gonna have no name in the street. They're gonna have, you ain't gonna see them on the billboards and see them all, you know, plastered up everywhere. None of that, man. We're gonna be ruling. They're gonna be underlings under us. And the wicked gonna be destroyed, man. After 1,000 years, none of the remainder of the house of Esau. I'm gonna read number 6. And thou enemy, destructions have come to a perpetual end, and thou destroyed cities. The memorial is perished with them. So World War III is happening to destroy all Esau's memorial, all his streets, all his monuments, all his structures, all they gonna get blew up. When ICBM thermonuclear missiles go off in the church, blow everything up. And then we, you know, spoiling them, you know, beating them down. He's like, gonna have no more, you know, look back like I built that. They gonna have nothing, you know. Number hit 7. But the Lord shall endure forever. He has prepared his throne for judgment. World War III is prepping judgment. Judgment is about to go forth. That's the end result of everything. That's the solution. It's judgment. You know, only way to fix 2/3, judgment. Only way to get rid of this heathen, judgment. That's what's going to smooth everything out is the judgment of Yahweh. And that's what we're patiently waiting on right there. You know, that's what it says, the Lord shall dwell there forever. Our kingdom is going to be perpetual. It's going to dwell forever. We're going to keep the lost commandments perfectly in there. It's going to be on our inward parts. We're never going to offend him again. Therefore, he's never going to put us out of the sight no more. We're going to please him all the time. So check it out. And I'm going to read 8. And he shall judge the world in righteousness. It shall minister judgment to the people in uprightness. So he's going to judge the world in righteousness, man. When this judgment go out, that's going to be a righteous thing. When we destroy Esau, that's going to be a righteous thing. That's what we're prepared for. That's what we're ready for. That's what's about to go down. That's what's about to happen. World War III is prepping judgment for Esau. The 2/3 and all the heathens that ain't with Yahweh. You know? And it says, number 9, the Lord also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. Who's oppressed? Man, the children of Israel, we're the ones that's oppressed. We oppressed by the damn devil. We oppressed by his enchantments. He even make our women that oppress us. You know? Everything in this kingdom is oppressive because it's wickedness, man. You can't even like really raise your children the way you want to. Everything is wicked in the atmosphere. You know, you ain't hardly got no rights.
Even if you try to raise your kids, they're gonna try to find a way to take them from
you. Exactly, man. Teach them all kind of little crazy, little obscene things, and it's like you get no rest here, man. It's wickedness everywhere you look. You know, you ain't got dominion over your woman. We ain't got no sovereignty here. We ain't got no money, no military, really no money infrastructure. We ain't got that. You know, what's that one dude's name? Clyde Anderson. He been trying to stop that. Yeah, he been trying to establish that he can't. Because he ain't realized yet that Negro to establish a monetary infrastructure, you need rulership. You're not gonna get that. Esau got rulership. So we ain't got no money infrastructure. And we don't have nothing here, man. All we got is this word. All we got is the spirit of Yahweh and his life that he's giving us. That's all we got, man. Shit, we ain't got no women. Our women listen to Esau more than us. You know, Esau can say one little thing on the news, or on the job, or whatever. And they, okay, yes. We say something, they, oh, nigga, no, nigga this, you know. No, they gonna get the popping at us.
You need to go to the doctor when Esau say go to the doctor.
Or call Esau on you. Right. You know, if you do too much, call 911 or call Esau on you. So we ain't got dominion over our women, of our children. They say you give your child a whooping, he gonna tell the school or something. Shit, they come and child services take your child away.
Even Eve don't think you can whoop your own child.
God. So this has happened so we can get sovereignty, so we can get dominion. We tired of being up under this devil. Unlike the 2/3, we have wisdom, and we know who the problem is. It's Esau. So he has to come out of power so we can be in power, so we can rule again. Then we can establish things. We can establish righteousness. We can establish order. You know, we can get the world back right again. Esau done made the world sick because they're stupid. You know, they don't know what they doing. They wicked, man. You know, so we need the world to get back right. Only way it's gonna get back right, let Esau attack each other. And so you got dumb Jakes talking about, man, don't do that. Y'all don't fight. Stop it. Peace. Man, I hope you get popped too. Let these devils fight, man. That's gonna bring me joy to see another devil put another devil to death. I'm tired of seeing Jake put Jake to death. Let these devils put each other to death.
That's another thing. Like, why you even trying to stop this? They used to get excited. They used to laugh when they killing one another, man. So-called black on black crime, man. They used to laugh at that.
They set it up.
And now okay. When Esau he get ready to kill each other. Now you want to stop it? You want to say, yo, y'all need to have peace? Come on, each other, man. That's why we really fuck the 2/3, man.
I don't know. Hey, I'm ready for them to bang, man. I got more prison park closed up. You got more prison up?
Yeah, I got one more, man. You said a whole lot, man. You pretty much broke down Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 14 and 12. And it says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? Okay, and you know, the past Christian church, we broke it down last week. You know, they try to say it's an angel, but that's Esau Edom, okay, the Illuminati. And it says, son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nation? For thou hast said in thine heart, I would ascend into heaven, I would exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High, I would sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the side of the north. I would ascend above the heights of the cloud, I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They shall see, the like to say, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world? It said that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the city thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. Okay, it said all the kings of nations, even of all them, lie in glory, everyone in his own house. Okay, so that's how you know who this scripture is talking about. They the one, they shook out kingdom. Okay, they made the world a wilderness. All right, the world is basically in the worst state that it's ever been. Okay, and they refuse to open up the doors of their prison. Okay, so that's how you know he's talking about Esau Edom, the so-called white man, and they're about to be brought down.
That's the prophecy. It says brought down to the earth. You know what I'm saying? So Esau about to be cast out. He's about to be cast out of his heaven, right? Heaven also goes in the rulership. You know, so Esau is in his heaven now. His heavens is about to get took away from him. He's about to be cast down. And that's when he's gonna come with that great wrath because he's gonna be mad. Like, oh, the reason I got cast out is because of Jake. Jake out there talking about Yahweh Shah. Jake out there preaching. Jake out there being right. He got lost because of Jake. So that's when he's gonna try to seek that woman. The remnant, the hopefully elect, they keep the laws and commandments, they got the testimony behind by Shah. Yeah, so that right there is on the books, man. Esau's about to come out of power, man. How he's gonna come out of power? Hey, he ain't together no more. You look at it back then, Esau used to be tight. Esau have all kind of problems. They come against Jake, Esau come together real quick. Now there's division among Esau. Who created that division? Yahweh Shah created that division. And now they're about to fight each other, man. Now we get to say white on white crime. Esau versus Esau, you know? And y'all stuff gonna be so bad. Like, people that's like, you know, in the background, they better not be close to that battle. They're gonna get blew up. They're gonna fight with missiles, ships, warships, you know, in the sea and in the air. You know, aircraft. So this thing about to get ugly. And what we're gonna try to say, hey, for the sheep out there, fortify your mind, prepare for the war that's about to come, man. You should be getting your wartime ready. Getting on, like Ox said, brother, earlier, getting your armor on. That way, when the wartime hits, hey, it's like you got your war already. Your garment, you ready for war. Like, okay, yeah, I knew it was coming. Let's go. You know? I'm ready for you. Esau, hell nah, I ain't about to go to your damn detention center. I know what you about to do to me over there. You know, you're gonna be high now, got your little stuff put back. Hey, got your little pocket Bible. And plus you're gonna be sitting there praying. See, y'all about y'all saying that, man. Y'all gonna answer you back. He gonna send, you know, all kind of miracles and all kind of signs your way in order to guide you. So therefore you can see, you know, it's coming with all his glory and get yourself on the chariot. That being said, man, we've just been edifying. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakatah,
Kwam Yasharala Wa Ba Ba.
Yahweh, baby.
Shalom, Pakistan.
Faith, Yahweh.